Question 5, systems of equations. We have these two equations, x plus 4y equal 12 and 2x minus y equals 6. Okay, so we want to solve for x and for y. What we want to do first is change one of the equations so that we can cancel out one of the unknowns. Okay, so if I had a negative 2x here, I could cancel out my x's, right, and solve for y. So I'm going to go across and I'm going to multiply my top equation by negative 2. So I'll say negative 2 times x plus 4y equals, what I do on one side of the equal sign, I must also do on the other side, negative 2 times 12. Okay, so I'm going to come down and do my multiplying. I have to multiply negative 2 times each of the terms within the parentheses. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 4y is negative 8y. Okay? This and this are equal. They're the same amounts. Negative 2 times 12, negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 12 is 24. Okay, now I can bring down my second equation and write it underneath there. 2x minus, and if you want to put a 1 for y, 1y, you can do that. Okay, so here are my two equations. Negative 2x and 2x, they cancel out. So now I'm going to solve for my y unknown. Negative 8y and negative 1y, all together that gives me negative 9y equals negative 24 and a positive 6. Okay, let's jump back to this negative 8 and a negative 1. Okay, so I could put in here negative 8 plus negative 1, and that'll give me negative 9. I could also put in here negative 8 minus 1, and that's also going to give me negative 9. Okay? Now, negative 24 plus 6, and that will give me negative 18. All right. Now, negative 9 is related to the unknown y by multiplying. To get rid of negative 9 and isolate y, get it by itself, I'm going to divide each side by negative 9. Because what I do on one side of my equal sign, I must do the exact same thing on the other side. So negative 9 over negative 9 cancels itself out. So I have y isolated, and negative 18 divided by negative 9. Negative divided by negative gives me a positive, and we'll prove it right here on our calculator. Negative 18, here's your negative key, divided by negative 9, and that's going to give us a positive 2 for our y unknown. Our y variable is 2. Okay, so what is the x variable? Well, I'm going to use substitution in one of the equations up here, and I'm going to pick my top one because it has positives in it. So I have x plus 4y equal 12. Okay, so y I know is 2, so where I have a y, I'm going to substitute a 2. Okay, so now I'm going to solve for x. X plus 4 times 2 is 8 equals 12. Okay, I've got to get rid of this tag plus 8 to isolate my x, my unknown. Opposite of plus 8 is a minus 8. I can cancel it out. But if I subtract 8 on this side of the equal sign, Must also subtract 8 on the other side. I have x isolated, and 12 minus 8 tells me that my unknown x is 4. Now I can write that as an ordered pair, 4, because x comes first, comma, 2 for the y. So my ordered pair, 4 for my x, 2 for my y. I could check it in the equations to be sure I have it correct if you choose to do that.